All right, world and internet.
Well, I guess world kind of covers internet, so I'll just say world. But anyway,
Hello, world.
the time has come for an announcement.
That probably none of you were expecting.
I have decided to become what one might refer to as a YouTuber.
I've decided to take a break. So you are currently watching the end of Life Unedited.
Life Unedited!
If you're confused by why there were just so many random voices, you obviously have not been watching this channel very long. That's how I used to introduce Life Unedited back before I came up with the new ukulele doodly doodly doo, which I'm pretty sure is the technical term for a ukulele riff. And it's not riff, what I just said. Disregard that. Shh. So 6 weeks ago, I uploaded by far the most intimately personal thing I have ever put on the internet. That was in the midst of a somewhat ongoing, though localized at that point in time, existential crisis about everything in my life, but especially the use of YouTube in my life. Because 5 years and 2 days ago, which my word, I cannot believe it's been that long, I sat down in front of a laptop webcam and recorded that terrible video that you just saw part of.
Hello, world.
And I was so excited to just do a thing. I didn't know what it was going to be at that point, but then 2 days later, exactly 5 days ago today, July 7th, 2012, I uploaded a second video.
My show will be called Life Unedited. Mostly unedited. So, what's the point?
I had given the whole YouTube thing some thought over those 2 days, and this is what I came up with.
People always tell you to think outside of the box. What I intend to do is to do some fun thinking inside of the box, but to think about all the stuff that's inside of the box in lots of new fun ways.
Dang it, I'm crying already. I told myself I wasn't going to do that until the end. Hold on. No. This is a happy video. This is a happy video. Why am I so stinking emotional? Oh, hold on. I need something legitimate other than my fingers to wipe my eyes. See, over those 2 days, I had done some thinking about what it was that I thought I could offer to the internet space, and the only thing I could come up with is my thoughts. I'm a thinker, I have always thought. One might say I'm a philosopher, because you know that's the actual technical term, and so I wanted to share just my take, which is pretty bizarre. If you've watched any of these, you know that. I just wanted to offer my take on the world, and it was carefree, and for 5 years, I just sat down in front of a camera and talked, and sometimes I did things a little more scripted or comedic, but in all, it was just a unique way of looking at the world and sharing what came up in my mind as a result of that. And apparently, for some reason, there are people out there who thought that was worth watching, because slowly and surely I built a little bit of a subscriber base and a viewer base, and people would comment from time to time and say, wow, this was entertaining, or this was insightful, and I loved that, and I cherished it, and then one day, something in me shifted. Because I always hoped and dreamed from the beginning that one day this YouTube thing might burgeon into a career, but it wasn't until 6 months ago, maybe a year, that all of a sudden I felt this weight where I had to make it happen. I forgot the fun that I used to have. I became obsessed with perfection and production value. I became obsessed with trying to create the next big thing, and so I was always trying to tap into cultural relevancy and like perfectly timed and scripted jokes. I forgot why I had set out to do YouTube in the first place, which was A, to have fun, and B, to just share my thoughts and see if anyone else had those same sorts of thoughts, or perhaps pique someone else's thoughts. I forgot all of that, and as a result, it led me to that point that you saw 6 weeks ago of just being done, sick and tired of doing it. So I uploaded that video, and the next day I sat down and I did a lot of soul searching, and I wrote down a page of plans for how to end this channel. I didn't want to keep doing it anymore, but I knew that I couldn't just quit point blank, and so I laid out a plan for 5 videos that would lead up to the 5-year anniversary of my channel starting. And if you don't believe me that I actually planned this 5 weeks ago, go take a closer look at my video titles, because there's a hint there that I don't think anyone caught, but yes, this is a step-by-step plan for the end. And so with that plan in hand, I set out making those videos, and suddenly something started to happen. I don't know why exactly, whether it was because I knew that it was ending, so I didn't feel the pressure to make it continue at all. I don't know why, but I just had fun. And I did ridiculous things, like in 22 Things You Can Do with a Bamboo Pole. I hung out with my friends Derek and Bethany, who recently started their own YouTube channel, which is great, and you should go watch them. And they reminded me what it was at the beginning to just be having fun with YouTube rather than trying to make it a job for myself. I sat down and I watched way too many of my old videos, like I mentioned last week, and I realized that they didn't always have to be perfect. They could just be thought dumping, and perhaps most importantly, in the flood of text and Facebook messages from friends encouraging me after I posted my video of myself crying my face off. There was one of my friends who sent me a Facebook message saying, you know, I don't know if what you're doing, which is this whole philosophizing and thinking things, really has a place on the internet yet, but I think it should, and I enjoy it. And when I read that, suddenly I remembered something I had forgotten since very early on, which is that that's what I was trying to do. And it didn't matter if no one else really latched onto it. I just wanted to share what I was thinking, and suddenly it all clicked again, and I realized that I didn't want to quit this. I don't want to quit it, and maybe that's why I'm starting to cry so much, because I am going to take a break, and I'm legitimately sad thinking that for the next few weeks, few months, I'm not going to be making these videos, because I have enjoyed the past month of my life far more than a lot of months before now. But I am in the midst of a period of very large change in my life. I'm getting married in like 83 days, so I have to plan a wedding, and I have to plan being able to move, and at the same time I'm working a full-time job, and I just need some time to get all of those things in order, because otherwise I'm going to be launching into a marriage in a kind of desperate state of mind, and that is not a healthy thing to do. So I am going to take a break, but I'm going to come back, and I don't know exactly what form it will take. I'm probably not going to be doing Remedial Media 101, and I probably won't be doing Games in Life, but I will be doing Life Unedited, so I'll admit that this was kind of a little bit deceptive at the beginning where I said it's the end, but it is the end of this form. You're never going to see this room again, because I'm going to be living in an apartment with my then wife. She's going to be in the videos, I hope. We're trying to come up with some things that we can do as a couple, and she might do some things on her own, and I'll be doing some things on my own. It's going to be very different, but I am coming back because for the first time in 6 months or a year, I am in love with YouTube again. So I don't know exactly when I'm coming back. Like I said, I'm getting married in 3 months. It may start back up right after that, but probably I'll take a little bit of some buffer time after then to figure out what exactly it looks like to run a YouTube channel and be newly married and do all of those things. But in the meantime, I have plenty of videos you can watch. There are like 500 of them. Of course, you're probably only mostly interested in Life Unedited, but don't worry, there's still like 213 episodes of that, which is probably way more of my face than you need to watch in 3 months. If you don't want to go diving through all the depths of that, I've created a playlist of what I would consider the best / most interesting / most indicative of Life Unedited videos. So you can find the link to that at the end of this video. I don't think it's really set in yet that this is the end, but maybe that's because this isn't so much the end as it is a season finale. Because we are coming back, and I'm really excited for season 2, even though season 1 was 5 years long, which is not at all normal for television seasons. And so rather than droning on more and more and more, because this video is already way longer than I anticipated it being, I'm just gonna say goodbye. Again, these are happy tears, not sad tears, don't worry. I just don't like ending things. And I just wanna say thank you 1,000 times over for everyone who's watching right now, for everyone who watched way back at the very beginning, because my word, how could you stand to watch that video garbage? Thank you for everyone who sent encouragement my way, both after the debacle 5 weeks ago and any time in the interim of this YouTube channel. Thank you to everyone who shared. Thank you to my parents, who I'm sure do not understand why I do this, but who have supported me and loved me and allowed me to keep doing it nonetheless. These 5 years have radically shaped my life, and none of them would have happened without you. I cannot say thank you enough. I truly do love all of you, which is weird because I know for a fact that there are some of you out there who I've never met before in my life, which continues to be mind-blowing. And I am so thankful. Just realized I had a snot dribble down there, but it's all taken care of now. Deuces. Deuces.
Deuces.
Deuces. Deuces. Deuces.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Deuces. All right, world and internet. Well, I guess world kind of covers internet, so I'll just say world.
Till next time, internet. Deuces. This is
The part where I introduce myself.
These are my friends. They're weird. I also enjoy Van Hopic. Will Gang.
Pumpkin everything.
Johnny, you don't know how badly I want to be in your videos.
Okay, how can I misspell plantain? I did PLANTAYNN.